Good afternoon. This is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates, and this is the inaugural TrueView exterior severe weather outlook. And we actually do have some severe to look for as we get into this weekend. Taking a look here from the Storm Prediction Center, they have issued a rare day 4 slight risk for severe. That this encompasses the entire state of Indiana, so of course Madison County is included. This is depicting at least a 15% or higher probability for severe thunderstorms within 25 miles of a given point. So that's a pretty good confidence from this far out. And normally, in most years, we don't see very many day 4, day 5 outlooks on these, but we've seen several of them this year. This severe season has been a little more active and a little bit easier to see in a longer range. This will then move on and to the day 5. So they're pretty confident even out to day 5 that there's going to be severe. By that point, the severe threat will have moved east into Ohio and Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, those areas, and the severe threat will be out of here by Monday. So this our severe threat is going to be during the afternoon on Sunday, and then with a linear setup that may come through Sunday evening into the very early hours of Monday. So let me get out of this, and we'll go to the internet and take a look here. This is at Tropical Tidbits, and we're looking at the European model. This is the 6Z run, so it only goes out 90 hours, but it shows us well enough what we need to look at. And what you'll see is this little weakness right here, this little yellow dot that begins to pop up during the day tomorrow as a disturbance comes out of the mountains, a shortwave. And that shortwave will begin to get its act together and connect itself to the surface. So as we go through the overnight on Saturday, Friday night into Saturday morning, and then into the day on Saturday, we begin to see it develops the surface low. Then it works in tandem with the mid and upper level low, and that short wave will get itself together, and you see it begins to develop this weakness and expand it. Kind of moves to the east slowly, creates this little notch out here. This little wave right here is where right ahead of it, especially, is where the greatest volatility is going to be as we get into the day on Sunday. This is in the very late hours of Saturday. As we move on into Sunday, which is all the farther this European is going to go, we can see it's gotten its act together. It's now moving through Minnesota, northern Iowa. It'll track on into southern Wisconsin and into Michigan. But out ahead of it, as this moves on and it begins to deepen, and you're starting to get a little more of a gradient out here, it's going to pull Gulf moisture, warm, unstable air out of the Gulf up into our region, and then it's also going to wrap cool Canadian air around the back. And where those meet up is where they'll be able to develop some lift and some spin. And during the afternoon hours on Sunday is when we'll have the best chance for anything that might be tornadic. And then as we get into Sunday evening, then we'll have a secondary wave that will be more linear, that will be more of a damaging wind threat. We'll take a look at that here at the College of DuPage. Again, this is the European. I went back to the 0Z so that we could go farther out. And this is during the day on late afternoon on Sunday. This is low resolution, but it gives you an idea that there can be some pop-up storms during the afternoon on Sunday, and that's where, if there's going to be a tornado threat, it will probably occur during the afternoon and early evening hours of Sunday. And then as we advance this on out and we move on, this is now at about 10, 11 p.m. on Sunday evening, and you can see this low pressure has moved itself into southern Wisconsin, and here's the linear part that we're going to have to watch for, kind of the classic comma, and we'll be watching this be more of a damaging wind threat. Again, we're targeting probably 10 p.m. Sunday to about 3 a.m. Monday, somewhere in that time frame. That could shift a little bit as this becomes more clear, but again, I'm not a big fan of the overnight stuff, and that appears to be right now the way things are moving. We'll have a damaging wind threat on Sunday evening into very early Monday morning. So again, just to recap, we'll be looking at, we are in a day 4. We're in a slight risk for severe already for Sunday into Monday. All modes of severe will be on the table, and it'll be tornado and hail threat during the afternoon and early evening hours of Sunday, more of a damaging wind threat late Sunday into early Monday. So hopefully none of us sustain any kind of damage. But if you do, definitely keep TrueView exteriors in mind. Come do a great job for you. The weather outside may be ugly at times, but the outside of your house doesn't have to be. Get a hold of TrueView for any of your exterior remodeling needs. Hopefully we all dodged the severe bullet Sunday, but right now it's looking like there's a pretty good chance. And I will update you again tomorrow as this comes into more focus, and we may begin to start to see some enhanced risks pop up. I would expect as we get closer to this event. So this is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Thank you for checking out the very first edition of the TrueView Exterior Severe Weather Update.